The Ohio Attorney General's office says children at the youth treatment facility still face great danger. The AG's office sued Mohican Young Star Academy, claiming children were being hurt through illegal restraints. The owner says those allegations are simply false.
Earlier this month, a judge tossed out the state's lawsuit. Now the state is appealing. Chief investigative reporter Bennett Haberly uncovers the video at the center of this legal fight.
Surveillance videos from inside Mohican Young Star Academy show boys being placed in restraint holds by staff. In court filings, the Ohio Attorney General's office says children have been hurt and still face great danger, adding the facility has put children in continuous risk due in part to the use of illegal restraints. But the facility's owner says the state's allegations are simply false and that it's attempting to interpret what they see on fuzzy surveillance videos. Olga Starr says they also hired an on-site monitor and outside experts who reviewed the videos and claimed there is no risk to the children.
I'd probably find that you didn't even meet a preponderance standard, that there's anything going on here that currently poses the risk you assert it poses. Yeah, there's some really bad stuff that happened here.
Earlier this month, an Ashland County judge acknowledged there were issues, but tossed out the state's lawsuit, which was seeking to put the children in someone else's care. The judge said the state failed to provide adequate evidence and that state law left open wiggle room regarding interpreting restraints. Still, the facility acknowledges there were issues it corrected. This staffer was suspended after this January 8th takedown of a child, and this incident on January 20th. The facility found there was no imminent danger and that the restraint was unwarranted. The staffer was fired. In both cases, the boys reported being hurt. 10 Investigates examined 2 years' worth of police records and incident reports submitted to the state. Of the 46 restraint reports, children reported being hurt in more than half of them. Olga Starr has declined our interview request, but did provide this response to our findings, writing in part, "Youths come to us from all walks of life. Some are violent offenders, sex offenders, and suffer from mental health issues. We utilize proper and legal restraints as a last resort." The facility's own records showed there were 560 restraints in 2020 alone, far more than the 46 reported to the state since 2019. A consultant hired by the facility found nothing malicious or abusive, but there are concerns that the duration of the floor restraints and holds could be counterproductive and have medical contraindications. 10 Investigates has found the concerns here aren't isolated to restraints. April Spring lives along State Road 97, roughly 3 miles away. She called the sheriff's office last spring after a boy from Mohican showed up on her property with no shoes.
And I did speak with the Miss Starr from the facility to talk about, our worries about these kids getting out and how dangerous it might be to us, because you don't know how dangerous they are. She reassured us that they're not dangerous, but I don't see how you can reassure something like that when these kids are desperate to get home or to get somewhere.
Since 2019, police records show there have been more than 80 runaways from the facility. That's led to concerns for April and her neighbors who've dealt with things like stolen cars and other issues tied to Mohican runaways.
It needs to be really looked into and some things adjusted.
Bennett Haberly, 10 Investigates.